how did the initial greeting happen?
I met this guy right here from hit my DM every day. It's like, no, I'm kidding. He hit my DM every day. No, I met, like, seriously, I met Grind like 2 years ago, I think. And to be honest, it was like in and out one ear, in and out his cousin. I know his cousin, that's my boo. She's such a sweetheart. Hey, boo. I met her, like, and she took me over there. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna listen, but I really wasn't really listening.
Yeah.
And then he resurfaced, and I actually listened, and I was like, oh shit, he not some shit. I thought he was some shit, because he had like hit me before, but never let me hear no music, so I'm like.
That's that judging the book before you get to reading and shit.
No, you had horrible etiquette at first.
That's beside the point. It
No.
had nothing to do with the music.
No, it wasn't. I mean, he's grown a lot as an artist. Like, the time that I first heard of him, I was like, okay, well, I don't see any really real differences from any other artists. And then time goes on, and the project we're working on now, I mean, it's crazy. Like, it's actually like a really good body of music, and everybody knows how picky I am. So it must be great. It's a good body of music, and now.
But like that, it's like it was meant to happen. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause when we first linked up, it wasn't even off no music shit. We was just hitting gas. You know what I'm saying? Chilling. And then it just so happened. I'm like, man, it's no way you doing music and I'm doing music and we ain't linking up. You know what I'm saying? It's just over with. So they got like spawned some greatness. We got some shit coming to me. That shit alright.
Yeah, because a lot of people say, well, what made you come back to the music scene? Really, he made me come back from radio and blog and other artists. I just was like, I was just in another headspace. I wasn't really feeling it. But I think for anybody who gets a body of music that inspires them to get back on that track, especially if you come from the part of the industry I come from, which is where you work directly with artists. Like, it's a different feeling. It makes you like, okay, I got something to work with now. And that's how we linked up.
From an artist perspective, you gotta know what you want. You know what I'm saying? Know where you going. At least have some type of idea, because you gotta be able to pitch your idea to the manager. And the manager gotta be able to build this, you know what I'm saying, elaborate thing, you know what I'm saying, this plan put together, and we gotta execute the plan. It's like, I don't know, it's a lot on the artist, you know. Probably more on the manager too, because we be pressing their ass to get shit done. But we be pressing ourselves though, man. We be pressing ourselves though, man. It's like we want the best out of our shit, so it's like I expect my manager to want the best out of her situation or his situation, however it go. Man.
And every artist says, I'm looking for a manager, and they bring zero to the table. I told him, I said, listen, I can give you my time, but financially I need you to invest. And I found out he had already invested so much, like, into the stuff that you actually need before you even need a manager. So I was like, okay, I see he's serious. But the downfall of that from a management perspective is you have this artist with this whole drawn out idea already, and they have this set plan in motion, and that's the point of getting us, because if your plan was working by yourself, you wouldn't need us. So that's where the combination comes in. And at first, man, we used to, man, oh my gosh, like, y'all would never know on social media. We was bumping heads like crazy. I'm like, no, this is not gonna work for the video shoot. He's like, no, this is what I want to do. I'm like, this not the song we putting out. He's like, this is the song we putting out. It was a whole bunch of that. Like, we came a long way. We got to know each other a lot better and understand, like,
how each other work.
Yeah, how each other works.
We both perfectionists in our own right.
Yeah.
You know? And that should be hard to deal with on the song when you're dealing with a perfectionist. It's like, damn, this shit good. You hear me? Like, let's just do something. Let's run with this right here. And then you like, at the same time, you want to be meticulous about it because you want the business to go right. And you want to receive what your just due. You feel me? They put that shit in perspective for us. I give them that, but they're a hassle, man. Straight up.
It goes both ways for sure, because we know, like, on the business end of it, you know exactly what the artist is missing. And the thing is like, okay, how do I bring it out? How do I bring it out under this particular budget? How do I bring it out under this particular set plan that this person had for themselves, and then you start with that, and then you like kind of like, okay, well, let me build you this other plan and combine the two, if that shit works. Sometimes it doesn't work, and everybody not meant to stick together, but it's been a good ride so far.
Right now, we building that buzz for the Dice Rolls, and that's the second single coming from Red. We want that joint to get some attention, so we working on that joint heavy. The campaign should be sweet. If you're a part of like if you're not hip or you're not following me on Instagram or Facebook or none of that, then you probably should, man, because we be having a lot of stuff to say, especially on Mondays. We release the newsletter. We talking about what's been going on. So like, if you were part of that exclusiveness, you didn't already heard Dice Roll. Some majority of the world haven't. You know what I'm saying?
That's his plan. The actual plan is that, like, when you're working with a multi-talented artist, and like I said, you guys have a certain set budget at some point, and at some times when you're independent, the budget depletes. So when that budget depletes, as a manager, you have to be resourceful, and you come up with another plan that matches the original plan that y'all had. And like, everybody been like, why y'all only put out board games? I want another song. I want another song. We're not just going to throw records out. We want records to be bought out the right way. Everybody should want their records bought out the right way. And sometimes it ain't time for that. Sometimes it's time to build somewhere else. Right now, as a manager, I'm more or less just focused on introducing him to people. We had a great run over the summer. Like, he had a shit ton of shows. Shout out to everybody who booked Grind Paze. You know, we had a great run, and now it's like, okay, what else do we need to put into perspective? So like he said, Dice Roll is on the way, the EP is on the way. It's a great EP, by the way, 6 records. And if anybody knows in the industry, releasing an EP is nothing like releasing a mixtape. You don't just throw it out on SoundCloud. You know, it takes time. And the time that you put behind it is going to make for a way bigger plan and picture anyway. And that's pretty much what we're in the process in right now. But everybody who's not following him or me, follow us now. Right. I'm at Yes I'm Debbie. He's at Grind Paze _never settle on Instagram. NS, I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah. Abbreviated, you dig? Yeah, man. She definitely touched on the solid parts, man. You know, for the most part. Got to be sticking to the game plan if you can create one. Because that's what most motherfuckers get lost at. You know what I'm saying?
Well, first have a game plan. Like, you motherfuckers just listen, you got